Alrighty guys, this is Connor Wardle back here with another video on my page here for you guys, going over just the two different styles of keeping that I do for my night snakes. The Hypsiglena genus there. You may have seen videos of my Texas night snake video that I put out a while back, one of my earlier videos. Unfortunately, I'm no longer keeping that species, the Texas night snakes. I sent the last ones that I had here off to a friend that does more Texas native reptile shows, educational shows. Just wanted to focus more on the deserts and the San Diego that I have here. Got a group of 4, I believe 2.2, fingers crossed, desert night snakes. And one confirmed female San Diego night snake, that laid 2 infertile eggs in my care here, which is pretty cool. So anyway, this is the first style of keeping that I do for these guys, the desert night snakes. Of course, this is a larger individual on the top left there, right there. If you can see her little head there waiting for a rodent there. I did recently pull these guys out of brumation, kind of did a shorter brumation for these guys, so they're ready for their first meals shortly there. So anyway, this is a large female desert night snake, nearly 20 inches or so, out of Lincoln County, Nevada there. As you can see, this is more of a naturalistic setup here. It's pretty cool, one of the first, well, I guess not first, but just a cool, I guess, display that I have for this kind of more exceptional female here. So let's get a little closer here for you. All right, we can see her right up there, as mentioned. Nice universal background here for her. Nice ledge style to simulate what you'd find out on a rock cut if you were to come across these guys here. The actual substrate itself that I use in my displays is going to be a mix of topsoil, just your standard play sand, and some of the, I believe it's Zumad. Let me get it's right here. The Zumad Cavern Excavator Clay kind of helps with structural integrity of some of the little burrows that she'll dig here. Just got a few down underneath here. Underneath these kind of more flat rocks, there's a nice humid hide. It's always important to provide your animals, especially desert animals, with proper gradients. So as you can see, there's some nice sphagnum back there under that far back rock. There's a kind of a more damp clump there, but it's kind of a nice little cavern area for her to hide when she's not out being blood. So you can see her kind of checking me out here, smelling there. Sorry about that, but yeah, there she is. Wonderful little snake. I call her Big Bertha. I did mention she is close to 20 inches or so. I haven't measured her recently, but she is quite the beast here. Let's see if I can get her out and show kind of a, so yeah, here she is. She is absolutely incredible. Nice stocky head here, big long body, which is really cool. A wonderful snake to have on display here in one of the display enclosures in my reptile room. So I did mention 2 different styles of keeping for Hypsiglena. So this is obviously one of them here. It works great with her being a larger size in this 24 by 24 by 24 Exoterra cube habitat for her. These guys typically are a lot smaller, and I will show you some different examples of that in a second. But yeah, so it doesn't always work. Or sometimes it's a little bit tougher to do more of these display type tanks with these smaller species. Of Of course, you want to go ahead and make sure you use silicone and spray foam behind any exit points or just different gaps and cracks within the enclosure there, especially behind and on the sides of these backgrounds if you are going to do this, as well as the top sliders, cable sliders and whatnot there for the actual Exoterra itself. I've just got it filled in with silicone there to prevent any issues there. Keep in mind this little gap between the front and back vents of the enclosure as well. That's another thing to keep an eye on with these guys. If you notice on the bottom left, kind of cool here, I've got common, scientific, and then a animal identification number for all my snakes, showing what enclosures they're in. We've got a little book as well below this enclosure actually that houses all the information as far as diets, who I source animals from, how long they've been in my care, just all sorts of different husbandry notes and stuff like that, as far as just personal information that's good for me to have as a keeper. Additionally, a nice little info card on the desert night snake for others that are interested in reading whenever I have guests over about desert night snakes. So anyway, like I said, that's the first kind of style of keeping, the more naturalistic, kind of going for, like I said, like the base of a rock cut with some sort of shrubbery, scrub plants, things like that. Just really cool, awesome, visually pleasing setup there. I'll go ahead and show you guys the second setup that I would use for what I call more of a utility style of keeping. Kind of tilt this and make it pull the water bowl out. But this is more of my utility style keeping for night snakes here. You notice a hide back there. I do provide little sterilite tubs for, or smaller sterilite tubs to put in here if there's any shedding issues, things like that. But for the most part, this topsoil does plenty as far as providing humidity, as well as the water bowl within the little tub enclosure for them. When housing them in these enclosures, or these tubs, excuse me, you want to provide plenty of ventilation. As you can see, you know, tons of ventilation here, not just top ventilation, but side ventilation as well. It's really important with these small snakes that you're having some sort of sealable locking lid. You can see these clips here. I believe I got these at Walmart. Just nice, affordable option for housing smaller species. So you guys saw the largest female of my group there, Big Bertha, and then I've got another female to show you guys. I don't exactly remember. I believe it's Clark County. Could be wrong on that, but this other female that I have here, a snag for you guys to show you another desert night snake that I have here. This is a more average size, kind of a younger female. If I can get it to focus here. Kind of a different phenotype. More orange to her, which I like. And I'm excited to have the opportunity to work with her. It's not focusing at all, and I'm so sorry about that. Let me try shifting this way here. Less visually pleasing, but let's see if it's going to focus. All right, there we go. Here we are. This girl here was actually another gift from the same friend that gifted me this the larger female that I showed you guys previously. Like I said, this is more of a average size female here. She is really pretty. I really enjoy her. She's actually already had her first meal out of brumation with me. Currently taking a Knowles there, frozen thawed Knowles. And just all around beautiful snake. Alrighty, so that is the female, my second female desert night snake. see here. Let me get one of the males. Here's another a male from, I believe, similar locality to the largest female that I have. This is who I'm hoping to eventually breed her to. We'll try it this year, see what happens. It'll be a slow introduction period with the two of them, and it will obviously be supervised given the size difference there. Got this guy in, and he was pretty small. Another anole feeder here. It's going to be a goal of mine to get both this guy and the previous female that you guys saw onto pinky mice within the year, which shouldn't be too difficult. I've got plenty of scenting options, whether it's anoles, side blotch lizards, things like that. You typically have, I'll get into scenting and stuff like that towards the end, I guess there. But yeah, just another pretty male there. Alrighty. This is my second male desert night snake. Really dark specimen, which I really like, and I'm excited to see just kind of how that is going to look when paired to, hopefully, that second female that I showed you guys. He actually hasn't taken a meal for me out of brumation, but we will see. Well, we'll see what that looks like. But yeah, no, just a really pretty snake here. Just again, I love the darkness of this guy here. Just absolutely an incredible snake. Just really pretty. Yeah. Alrighty, so that is this guy here. Put him back. Last but not least, the San Diego girl is doing absolutely fantastic. A gift from a separate friend of mine, separate from the Desert Night Snakes. She is a Ramona County animal, wild collected last year, like I said, from a friend of mine out there. And she is on rodents, which is really awesome. Just like my largest female, Desert Night Snake. Again, this is the San Diego here. I got her in, and the first thing I do with these guys is I'll offer a frozen thawed pinky mouse, and I mean, just right off the bat, she's been a solid feeder on frozen thawed pinkies right there. So that's really cool. Pretty just fun for me, and nice easy captive here. She's incredible. Like I said, she has dropped a clutch of 2 infertile eggs with me, so it would be really nice to source her a male, which hopefully will happen within the year coming up. So we'll see how that goes. But that's just an exciting thing to look forward to. There. Put her back. For those interested, I held on to one of those infertile eggs. This is just it right here, just kind of crispy. Anyway, but that's just cool for me. But anyway, yeah. So I'll show you guys this girl here while I'm talking about scenting tricks and stuff like that. We'll kind of zoom in on her as she is down here. Give me 1 second to mess with the camera here. she is in all her glory. Big Bertha. Awesome snake. Anyway, so as far as just scenting and getting Hypsiglena feeding, it can be a little bit difficult. Like in the wild, these guys are primarily lizard feeders. They will eat other snakes and amphibian prey as well. Typically, I've found they have a taste for the banded geckos, the Coleonyx genus there, Texas, Westerns, whatever you can source there, as well as side blotch lizards there. So I'm fortunate enough to kind of got in the right place at the right time with a friend of mine who was getting out of Alterna, well-known breeder Stu Tennyson, and he offered me just some frozen scenting lizards that he had in his freezer, and I've taken those along with a few other species of lizards that I've either collected or had sent to me from just various wholesalers, things like that, and created some different little lizard pâtés that I can use to scent for some of these more picky feeders. Like I said, some of these guys are, they can be just day one rodent feeders, just kind of something you got to figure out individual to individual, unfortunately. But the little pâtés, they work pretty well. You just, create your little lizard pâté, freeze it, and as it's thawing, there's a little line of oil that pops up over the top of the pâté itself. You dip the frozen thawed pinky in that little oil line there, and that usually does the trick. If there's any additional work you need to do beyond that, some of the repellent frog juices have worked pretty well for me as well. And what else? You can even take, if the lizard oil trick isn't enough, something that's kind of weird, again varies from individual to individual, and then I found it work with some of my Trimorphodon as well, my lyre snakes here. Even setting like a frozen thawed lizard, for example, a brown anole, which I source out of a wholesaler in Florida. But I'll take one of those, thaw it out on top of like 1 to 2 pinky mice, and the lizard will, or the snake, will just be in feeder mode, and they'll take that lizard first, and then there's I guess enough of a scent on those rodents, and they'll go ahead and eat those rodents, and just over time you can kind of wean them off of the scenting itself. It really works out when you can get them onto tongue feeding, which that's just the snake associates the tongues there with food, and then you're really locked in. You're going to have a non-issue animal, I should say. But yeah, so those are just some kind of tips and tricks there for you for establishing your night snake there. A little bit difficult, sometimes a little gruesome with the pâté itself. But that's what we got to do for some of our animals, and hopefully, I'm really hoping that I can produce, especially these desert night snakes. It'd be really cool to be able to provide quality captive bred animals for other enthusiasts. That way, you guys don't have to go through all those troubles and tricks and stuff that I've worked through myself here. But we'll just have to see with time how that goes. So yeah, anyway, hopefully this helped you guys, for those of you that are interested in night snakes themselves, as far as just different ideas you can do for housing, and just tips and tricks on scenting, things like that, and just, if you just have a general interest, just observing, the snakes that I showed you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions or things like that, I'd be happy to assist. Just leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So anyway, cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you guys later.